Hey guys, I hope you're all well. Today we will start to see a new story called The New Demon King is the Son of Goku. A story that will take place after the movie Dragon Ball Super Hero, where Piccolo and Gohan already have their new transformations, in addition to Goku already having control of Ultra Superior Perfect, and Vegeta with his superior ego. In addition to this story, there will be some elements of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, so let's begin the story of the Son of Goku. Well, having said all that, I think you leave a lot of likes and comments if you want the continuation of this story. After all that, grab your popcorn and your Coke and let's see this incredible story. Now in the world of demons. Currently in the world of demons, more precisely on top of a mountain, it was possible to see Towa sitting under a tree reading a book about demons. Towa was looking for a way to become stronger so as not to be a burden to the King of the Demons, and prove that she would not only be useful to conquer the future King of the Demons, but unfortunately her piece ended when Mikio appeared at the scene, and seeing the demon out of the corner of her eyes, Towa just sighed and looked at Mikio. Towa said, "What do you want with me, Mikio? Because if you're here, it means something important, and I can't imagine you coming to see me just to enjoy my company. So what do you want to talk to me about?" asked the woman to the demon, who just gave a short laugh while he looked at her. Mikio spoke. "You're right, Towa. I didn't come to see you just to enjoy your company. Today I came to warn you that your future husband is coming to our side naturally, not to the side of the demons themselves. But he has already shown himself to be ruthless and cruel," said the demon while looking at the woman, who was now curious about why Mikio said that. Towa said, "I don't understand." "You mean that his nature has already shown that he will become someone evil? So will it be easier to bring him to our side, so that we can finally free the demons, so that we can dominate all the universes?" asked the woman, now paying more attention to Mikio. Mikio spoke, "Yes, his Saiyan nature already makes him more prone to the side of evil. Only there is one thing: he is different from all Saiyans and angels, and that makes him unique. But everyone around him thinks he is strange when they see him, especially when he has his wings, and because of that he constantly leaves them hidden, and it annoys him a lot. Imagine, Towa, someone with as much potential as he, being despised by others just because he is different. That would cause a revolt in him and leave him vulnerable, but not for an attack, but manipulation," said the demon to the woman, who upon hearing everything that was asked, what was Mikio's point with all that? Towa said, "Where are we going with this, Mikio?" asked the woman to the demon, who just smiled. Mikio said, "Someone who's always looked down upon for who he is, wants nothing more than someone who believes in him and likes who he really is. So Towa, it's time to start contributing to our plan to bring Son Kaido into the world, our side. I will use one of my techniques to materialize you in the human world for a short period of time, and in that time you will use your charm to make the boy like you. And over time, we will make him even more evil, until Son Kaido believes that he is a superior being and that all inferiors should kneel before him. And when that happens, Son Kaido will be ready to come to the demon world," said the demon, revealing his plan to Towa, who placed one of his hands on his chin, analyzing the demon's plan that could work out more than he imagined. Towa spoke. "So you want me to go to the human world to confront this Saiyan, and that way make him trust me, and in time make Son Kaido fall in love with me, so I can make him more evil and bring him to the side of the demons?" The woman spoke to the demon, waiting for confirmation of her words, because that was what she had understood about the plan. Mikio said, "That's right, Towa, but before you go I want to show you a little more about your future husband and king," said the demon, taking a small red sphere and throwing it on the ground. The sphere, at the moment it hit the ground, exploded, making a red smoke come out of it, and the smoke, some images began to appear, and soon it was possible to see several images showing Son Kaido killing the children of his school as they were nothing more than ants, and Towa himself, not wanting to believe it or admit it, she ended up enjoying seeing that cold expression on her future husband and king's face. Mikio said, "It seems that even if we don't interfere, your husband already has murderous desires, and is more likely to become evil. Now that you're aware of our plan, I'll let you get ready, because I have to talk to King Michikabura," said the demon, flying away from the place, leaving only Towa with his thoughts. Towa said, "Son Kaido is strong, even with a short lifespan. He's very strong. The way Son Kaido acted, killing those boys without the slightest pity or empathy, reminded me of Master Michikabura, and I have to admit that Son Kaido was very handsome that way. What am I thinking? Son Kaido is just a means I have to become the queen of all demons, and in the future the queen of all universes. And because of that I have to train myself not to be a burden to Son Kaido. No, I will not be a burden to demons," thought the woman, getting lost in her own thoughts, ignoring all that had to do with Kaido. Then Towa left the place, going somewhere to train. But something that Towa didn't notice and Mikio ignored was the presence of Mira in that place, who was hidden, listening to the whole conversation and seeing Son Kaido's evolution in a short space of time, made the demon very jealous of Son Kaido, and even more anger for being evolving at such a slow pace compared to him. Mira thought, "Even though I'm training intensely every day, this boy is becoming stronger than me in a short time. My entire training seems like it means nothing compared to this boy's extreme evolution. But I can't stop now. I can't allow Son Kaido to become Towa's husband, and much less the new Demon King. So I'll have to swallow my pride this time and ask that guy for help," thought the demon while he looked at his fist and squeezed it hard and then punched a tree beside him, which ended up falling because it had been broken by Mira's attack, who soon after left the place without realizing that someone was watching him in the shadows. Mikio thought, "Mira, you're going blind because of your envy, and that will make you lose control at some point. But I need something to encourage that boy to become stronger. So get stronger, Mira, because you will be a key piece to make Son Kaido become stronger. For that I will have to train Mira myself. But of course, I will make him feel more and more envious of Kaido," thought the demon while watching Mira leaving that place. Mikio then left that place and went to meet Mechikabura, now in the Palace of the Demons. Currently in the Palace of Demons, more precisely in the throne room, it was possible to see Mechikabura sitting on his throne, watching a golden sphere that showed everything in his kingdom, until his attention was stolen when he heard the gate of the throne room being opened by Mikio. Mechikabura said, "Mikio, what do you want to talk to me about?" asked the King of Demons to his best friend. Mikio said, "I came to talk about my plan. In short, about the part where we will use the Mira," said the demon to his king, who stopped looking at the golden sphere and began to pay attention to Mikio's words. Mechikabura spoke. "How do you intend to use Mira in your plan to make Son Kaido come to the side of the demons?" asked the King of Demons to his longtime friend. Mikio said, "I will not use it to bring Son Kaido to our Majesty's side. In fact, I intend to use it to make Son Kaido even stronger," said the demon while looking at his Majesty, who was curious about that. Mechikabura said, "And how are you going to do that, Mikio? How will Son Kaido become stronger?" asked the King of Demons. Mikio said, "Simple, Your Majesty. I will train Mira until he becomes able to defeat Kaido. Then I will make Mira defeat Kaido, forcing him to become stronger. But that's not all. In order to make Son Kaido more powerful than anything, he will need a great reason to dedicate all his time and effort to that," said the demon while looking at the king, who was very interested in that. After all, he even had a thought about what would be the reason. Mechikabura said, "A motivation that will make him spend 100% of his time dedicated to the pursuit of power." "Well, I already know what will lead Kaido to feel that motivation," said the King of Demons while looking at Mikio with an amused smile. Mikio spoke, "Revenge. Revenge is the motivation that Son Kaido will use to become the most powerful being that will go beyond comprehension. With the death of one who is truly the most important to him, it will make Son Kaido much stronger," said the demon while looking at his king. Mechikabura spoke, "What sacrifice will we have to make our boy someone who lives for revenge?" asked the Demon King to Mikio. Mikio said, "We're going to kill Goku's youngest daughter with his human wife. Let's kill Son Kiara, and with that, Kaido will become a warrior driven by revenge," said the demon while looking at his king, who now had a huge smile on his face, a smile that Mikio also had. Currently in the 7th universe, more precisely on the planet of the God of Destruction, it was possible to see that in one of the rooms all the gods of destruction and their angels were gathered, and besides them, there was also Goku and Vegeta, all of whom had been summoned by Beerus a few minutes ago. Champa spoke. "Beerus, why did you call all the gods of destruction and angels? We were all doing our jobs, so I hope he didn't call us for a dumb reason," spoke the God of Destruction of the 6th universe to his twin brother. Vados said, "Was your job eating popcorn and watching those human sitcoms? Because if that was it, you were doing very well, Mr. Champa," said the angel of the 6th universe to her God of Destruction, who was irritated by the angel's words. Vermouth spoke. "Leaving Champa's idiocy and laziness aside, we would all like to know why you called and conveyed this meeting, and especially why these two Saiyans are here," said the God of Destruction of the 11th universe, curious about why he and the other gods of destruction were called to the place and especially why Son Goku and Vegeta were there. Beerus said, "I called you here today for an extremely important reason. Vegeta is here today because he will be the next God of Destruction in this universe, and therefore I say that Vegeta deserved to participate in the meeting. Son Goku is here because the reason of the meeting has to do with him, and because of that I called him. A few hours ago I went to planet Earth, where I ended up meeting Son Kaido, the youngest son of Son Goku with the angel of the 6th universe, Vados, being the first son of an angel with a mortal. said the god of destruction to all the listeners who were surprised, some even shocked by the news that Vados, an angel, had a child with a mortal who is not even from her universe. Kusu said, "Wait, Vados had a son with a mortal, and this mortal isn't even from the 6th universe?" said the angel of the 10th universe, surprised and in shock with the news. Vados said, "Yes, I had a son with Son Goku because the fish in my universe had a vision where the 6th universe would be destroyed, and his hope would be the birth of a child among the strongest being in the 6th universe with the strongest mortal in the 7th universe. So I had a son to save the 6th universe, and in the future, my son will become the new god of the 6th universe. Now, what does this meeting have to do with my son, Beerus?" asked the woman in a more serious tone. Beerus said, "When I went to Earth, I discovered a strange thing. Some human children died on the same day that Kaido started studying at school, and I discovered that Son Kaido had defeated those same children that day. So I asked Whis to find out who was responsible for the death of those children, and as I had imagined, the person responsible for the deaths of the young woman was Son Kaido. Whis showed them the images, as commanded the god of destruction to his angel. Whis, upon receiving orders from the god of destruction, placed his staff in the center of that location, and in the sphere at the top of the staff a hologram appeared showing several images, and in them were the entire trajectory of the little Saiyan, and when he killed all the children coldly as if it was unimportant or insignificant to him." Goku said, "Kaido wouldn't do something like that, Beerus. He's not like that," said the Saiyan, manifesting himself on the spot. Beerus said, "Really? Then explain to me what Son Kaido told me when I confronted him earlier, and he tried to attack me." Whis showed the conversation with Kaido, and then showed the small battle between the two of us, ordered the god of destruction to his angel, while surprising everyone by saying that he had faced Kaido earlier. Goku thought, "So that's why Beerus arrived carrying Kaido earlier today," thought the Saiyan when he remembered that earlier the god of destruction had taken Son Kaido to his house earlier at the time when Goku wasn't there. The hologram images changed and began to show the conversation between Beerus and Kaido, who admitted that he had killed a young boy because they pissed him off. Son Kaido had shown his indignation as having to act like a mortal, when he wasn't one and nor wanted to be. But what surprised everyone the most was the fact that Kaido managed to punch Beerus in the chin, which he admitted that it had hurt. Beerus spoke. "Do you still think your son wouldn't kill someone because he just wanted to, Goku? Even though Son Kaido is very young, he already has great power, and the more time passes, the stronger he will become. You are training him now, and Kaido hasn't even learned how to transform into a Super Saiyan yet. When Kaido becomes older and masters all of his techniques and transformations, including Superior Instinct, he will become a universal-level threat, and all universes could be in danger," said the god of destruction while looking at Goku, and at the other gods of destruction and their angels, who were already understanding the course of that conversation. Vados said, "Where are you going with this, Beerus?" asked the woman seriously to the god of destruction of the universe where her beloved Saiyan lived. Beerus spoke. "Son Kaido is too dangerous to remain alive, so I propose before all the gods of destruction the death of Son Kaido," announced the god of destruction to everyone present at the location. Vegeta thought, "Unfortunately, Beerus is right. Kaido must be being influenced by the aggressive nature of his Saiyans, and he is still young. In the future, when Son Kaido is older, he will be able to defeat all the gods of destruction, and if he doubts even the angels also. And since Kaido is not an angel at all, he is not limited by the High Priest orders, so Kaido can kill whoever he wants and whenever he wants without getting weaker, or being punished by the High Priest. But I, as a Saiyan, who has already gone through this phase in my life, today am a good person, happy to have a family, and Kaido also deserves to have this opportunity to change," thought the Prince of Saiyans and future god of destruction of the 7th universe. Beerus spoke. "Those who are in favor of my decision, raise your hand," said the god of destruction to all present in that place. And then one by one they started to raise their hand. The only ones who didn't raise their hands were Goku, Vados, Champa, and Vegeta. Everyone else, including Whis and Beerus, raised their hands. Beerus said, "It seems that the decision has already been made, and as the god of destruction of this universe, I will go to planet Earth, and I will take the life of Son Kaido," said the god of destruction, turning to go. But Goku was already on his back. Goku said, "I will not allow you to kill my son, Beerus, and if I have to face you to prevent my son's death, I will." The Saiyan spoke seriously while facing the god of destruction. Beerus said, "I will only say this once, Goku. Get out of my way," said the god of destruction as he began to release his energy of destruction. Goku said, "And I will only say this once. Get away from my son," said the Saiyan, starting to release his own energy, activating the power of Superior Instinct in its incomplete version, just to show that he was serious. On planet Earth, home of Son Goku. Currently on planet Earth, a few minutes before the start of the meeting between the gods of destruction and their angels, it was possible to see Son Kaido getting up from his bed with a slight headache. He had now awakened from his fight with Beerus, in which he got knocked out. Kaido thought, damn, I was easily defeated by that god of destruction, and now he must have already told my father and my mother about me having killed those kids who were annoying me, thought the Saiyan as he went out of his bed and into the bedroom where Chi-Chi was sitting. Chi-Chi said, "Why did you do that, Kaido? Why did you kill those young people?" asked the woman, still with her back to her son of consideration. Kaido said, "Mother, they are mortal. I'm not like them and I never will be able to be. I hate all of this. Mostly, the fact that I can't without who I am. I can't go around with my wings on because these idiotic mortals would judge me. Like that time when I left and some humans saw my wings and started to throw stones at me. I hate it. I hate being who I'm not. I hate going to school because I need to go to school. I'm not even a human like them," said the boy, putting everything he felt out, thus releasing a large amount of energy. When Kaido stepped on the ground, he ended up making a big crack on the ground. Chi-Chi said, "But what about me? I'm immortal. And you would do the same thing you did to those young people just because I pissed you off, Kaido?" asked the woman as she got up and stood in front of the boy. Kaido said, "No, you and Kiara, I would never hurt you two. But I don't want to act like another person anymore. Look, I need some time to think, Mom. I'm going away for a while," said the boy, starting to walk away from the woman. Chi-Chi said, "No, I won't let you go," said the woman, pulling the boy's arm, who by pure reflex ended up slapping the woman, causing her to be thrown against a wall because of the strength of the slap. Chi-Chi, even feeling pain where she was hit, put her hand on her head only to see a red liquid dripping. It was her own blood, and upon seeing that, Kaido looked at her hand for a second, and without saying anything else, he opened the door with force, put his wings out, and then left the place as quickly as possible, leaving Chi-Chi shocked by what had just happened.
In the 7th universe, currently on the planet of Universe 7's God of Destruction, it was possible to see that the atmosphere on that planet was quite heavy, as Goku and Beerus stared deeply at each other while releasing their energies, making everything around them shake, and even gravity was getting heavy. As the two released their energies, we said, "Let's calm down. A fight between you two could end up destroying many planets, and that would be harmful to the 7th universe," said the angel, trying to prevent Goku and Beerus from facing each other. Beerus said, "I've already made my decision, Goku, now get out of my way," ordered the God of Destruction to the Saiyan, who didn't move a step at that moment. Goku said, "Touch a finger to my son Beerus, and Vegeta will become the God of Destruction of the 7th universe faster than you can imagine," said the Saiyan, threatening the God of Destruction, who got a nerve pulsing in his head because of the anger that Beerus was feeling at that moment. Vermouth said, "Threatening a God of Destruction with death is a very serious crime that should be punished with the death of the person who threatened it, even more so when that person is just a mere mortal. How about we vote to kill Goku along with his son?" said the God of Destruction of the 11th universe in a playful and aggressive tone at the same time. Upon hearing that, Goku became even more nervous, and with it he released even more energy, making cracks appear all over that place, which made the gods of destruction apprehensive, because they knew that Goku would not back down and Beerus would not either, and this became even clearer when Beerus began to release more power, making the entire planet tremble and the cracks reaching the planets closest to the location. Vegeta said, "Look, if you two are going to face each other, do it in another dimension, or in a place that doesn't affect the 7th universe. I don't want planet Earth to be accidentally destroyed by the release of your power." Beerus, "I have to agree with Kakarot. I think his son should continue to live," said the Prince of Saiyans while looking at Goku and Beerus, who soon stared at him. Beerus said, "What are you talking about, Vegeta?" said the God of Destruction with an imposing and authoritative tone of voice. Vegeta said, "Mr. Beerus, I respect you a lot, but I don't like people talking to me in that tone of authority, so stop it or you'll have to face 2 angry Saiyans," said the Prince of Saiyans, releasing his own power, doing justice to his presence at that location. Beerus said, "Vegeta, do not increase your power, otherwise I will destroy the entire planet Earth, with all Earthlings and the families of you two on this planet, so stop releasing the power of you two now," said the God of Destruction, unleashing even more of its power. Vegeta said, "Right, then we will have a combat between the strongest mortals of the 7th universe against the God of Destruction of the 7th universe," said the Prince of the Saiyans, approaching and standing next to Goku, who activated the power of the complete superior instinct, together with Vegeta, who activated the power of the Ultra Ego. Beerus spoke, "So be it," said the god of destruction, after making the decision to face both Saiyans. Soon an explosion happened in that room, forming a big curtain of dust. Goku and Vegeta got out of that dust, being followed by Beerus, who had a furious expression on his face, while the Saiyans were very serious at that moment. Beerus used all his speed to go against the Saiyans, who, when they stepped on the ground, advanced against the god of destruction, clashing their fists against Beerus' fists, thus creating a gigantic impact wave. Goku and Vegeta, even though they were rivals, knew very well how to work together, and because of that, both Saiyans began to face Beerus with an enviable synchrony. Only Beerus was stronger and had much more experience than the two Saiyans together, so he was managing to fight very well against the two Saiyans. Beerus, using his power of destruction, created several spheres of energy of destruction and fired at both Saiyans, who were managing to dodge all of Beerus' attacks. Vegeta, who was already tired of that, began to fire his own energy spheres from the destruction, and in this way Vegeta managed to nullify the spheres of destruction fired by Beerus. Goku, seeing an opening, flexed his knees and gave a boost towards Beerus, who saw that and fired a sphere of destruction in Goku's direction, but Beerus' sphere was nullified by Vegeta, who fired his own sphere of destruction. Goku was in front of Beerus and tried to hit him with a punch, but Beerus managed to defend himself using his tail to trap Saiyan Goku's wrist, and still in midair the god of destruction turned his body, doing Saiyan Goku, spinning together. Goku was hurtling towards one of the planets that was destroyed when the Saiyan crashed into him. Vegeta, seeing that, used his teleportation technique and appeared on top of Beerus, hitting him with a blow that made the god of destruction hit the ground. But Vegeta didn't stop there. He created a sphere of energy and fired at the god of destruction, who got up in time and used his speed to escape the Saiyan's blow. After dodging Vegeta's blow, Beerus dodged another blow, but this time from Goku, who had arrived at the scene trying to land a flying kick on Beerus. Goku quickly managed to make a maneuver and again advanced against the god of destruction, starting a hand-to-hand battle. Goku was attacking Beerus at high speed and Beerus was managing to defend himself from all attacks, but Beerus was surprised when he felt something holding his leg, and when he looked he saw that it was a tail made of ki. Taking advantage of Beerus' surprise, Goku landed a punch full of energy in the center of Beerus' abdomen, making the god of destruction be thrown away, but when Beerus tried to recover, Vegeta was already in front of him, hitting Beerus with a kick, which made the god of destruction flew across most of your planet. Beerus, now much more enraged, got up and created a huge sphere of destruction, and seeing that, Goku and Vegeta increased their power, using their energies to create avatars of themselves. Goku had created a giant version of himself and Vegeta had created a type of Ozaru made of energy of destruction. Beerus threw the huge sphere of destruction at Goku's avatar and the Ozaru of destruction at Vegeta, so both Saiyans prepared and held the sphere of destruction from Beerus with all their strength, and using that same strength, Goku and Vegeta they threw this great attack of destruction elsewhere. After managing to get rid of Beerus' attack, Goku and Vegeta undid their avatars and once again went to meet Beerus, who went to meet the Saiyajins. Only when they would clash their fists, Whis appeared between them and used his power to seal the powers of Beerus, Goku, and Vegeta, who ended up returning to their base forms without understanding anything, especially Beerus, who was angry with his angel. Beerus said, "Whis, why stopped my attack and sealed my power? I would use my power to kill these two," said the god of destruction to his angel. Whis said, "If this fight continued, the seventh universe would be destroyed. When you were fighting, several planets were destroyed, and if it continued, the energy would be sent to other universes," said the angel, hitting his staff on the ground 2 times, making it appear a hologram that showed several planets completely destroyed, where some of them had life. Whis said, "This battle ends here and now. As the angel of this universe, it is my duty to help and advise you, Mr. Beerus, but it is also my duty not to allow you to destroy everything that exists. And if in case your energy goes to other planets, my father would come personally, and probably you would be removed from your position as god of destruction, Mr. Beerus," said the angel seriously to Beerus, who snorted irritated. Beerus spoke, "So what do we do now? Son Goku's son is too dangerous to remain alive, and he is naturally evil," said the god of destruction while looking at Goku, who was in his base form, but he was still serious at that moment. Vegeta said, "Let's wait. We Saiyans are naturally evil and violent. We'll just have to wait and hope that Son Kaido finds something that will guide him to the path of good, just like I did. I'm a Saiyan and proud of it, and as the prince of my race I have to say so. Now if in the future Son Kaido is still the way he is now, then we will kill him. But until then, we must create a containment plan for him. Don't get me wrong, Kakaroto, but we will need to do at least that, he said, the Prince of the Saiyans to the God of Destruction, and then looked up to his Saiyan rival son Goku. Kakaroto said, "No need to worry, Vegeta. I agree with you. I will help Son Kaido to be on the side of good, and if in the future he is a real threat, then I will face him and defeat him myself. But until then I will not allow you to touch him, Beerus, nor you nor anyone else," said the Saiyan while looking at all the gods of destruction and then at the angels who had watched the fight between Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus until that moment. Beerus said, "Right, but if something happens, it will be your fault, son Goku, and yours too, Vegeta," said the God of Destruction while looking at Goku and Vegeta.
In the 7th universe. Currently in the 7th universe, being more precise, on the planet of the God of Destruction, it was possible to see that now everyone was calmer and everyone was in the same room as before. The only thing that had changed was that there was a hole in the wall of the room. Apart from that, it was possible to see all the gods of destruction sitting in their places, and their respective angels were behind them. Except for Vados, who was talking to his brother Whis, and it wasn't such a friendly conversation, since Vados was deeply hurt with his brother for voting in favor of her son's death. Whis wouldn't say anything since that was his decision alone. Beerus said, "Okay, on the subject of Son Goku and Vados' son, let's call it quits. Goku and Vados will make Kaido stand on the right side and not let him get corrupted. But if their efforts are futile, Son Goku himself will have to take the life of his son Kaido, and that is the final decision regarding death, or the life of son Kaido," said the God of Destruction of the 7th universe, talking about his decision to his fellow gods of destruction who were there. Quitella said, "You're getting very weak, Beerus. It only took a beating from 2 mortals for you to change your mind about the death of that Kaido, because if I remember correctly, you had said that it was your final decision, to kill Kaido. But now you're here decreeing that you're not going to do that anymore, and that you're going to leave everything for this Saiyan to take care of," said the God of Destruction of the 4th universe, mocking Beerus. Beerus said, "If you're feeling bad, Quitella, face those 2, and if you survive, I will give you the right to say something to me. Besides, these 2 weren't fighting with the intention of killing me, because if they had, Goku and Vegeta would have fused, and with that fusion, I could be dead for sure. Now, Quitella, are you going to face Gogeta, or are you going to shut up for once?" asked the God of Destruction of the 7th universe, in a challenging tone to his fellow God of Destruction. Quitella, after hearing that, laughed and looked at Goku and Vegeta, and at that moment the God of Destruction of the 4th universe saw a being made of darkness that was connecting the 2 Saiyans. That being was the fusion of both, and Wanting or Quitella didn't know that Goku and Vegeta were strong, and Quitella wouldn't want to face the fusion of both. Quitella said, "I'm not in the mood to face anyone today," said the God of Destruction from the 4th universe, giving an excuse not to face the 2 Saiyans that made Beerus laugh. Beerus said, "I'll pretend to believe that, Quitella. Now, as I said before, I will no longer kill Kaido. Goku and Vados who will take care of him, so that son Kaido does not become evil," said the God of Destruction while looking at Goku and Vados, who just nodded in agreement. Goku said, "Right, now I'm going to go back home to talk to Kaido. Vados, you can visit him whenever you want, but now I ask you to wait a bit so that I can talk to him calmly. Then you can talk to him, okay?" asked the Saiyan while looking at the Universe 6 angel. Vados said, "Of course. I'm going to do some things for Mr. Champa and then I'm going to visit my son," the angel said to the Saiyan. Goku said, "All right. Now I'm going home. I'll see you another day, Vegeta, and thank you for staying by my side," said the Saiyan while looking at his Saiyan rival. Vegeta said, "You don't need to thank me, Kakarot. I'm the Prince of Saiyans, and your son is also a Saiyan. And since I've already gone through something similar, I know he can change and get better," said the Prince of Saiyans looking at Goku, who soon disappeared from that place using his teleportation technique. Planet Earth, the home of Son Goku. Using his teleportation technique, Goku quickly arrived at his house, and upon arriving there, Goku went after his son. But when he entered his house, Goku saw a blood mark on the wall, and this worried the Saiyan, who a few minutes later he found Chi-Chi in the kitchen holding a bag of ice over his head. Goku said, "Chi-Chi, what happened to you and where is Kaido?" said the worried Saiyan, approaching his wife, who was a little dizzy because of the blow to her head. Chi-Chi said, "Kaido," said the woman before being interrupted by the Saiyan. Goku said, "Kaido? What happened to Kaido? And who did this to you?" asked the desperate Saiyan, seeing all that. Chi-Chi said, "Me and Kaido were arguing about what he had done with those children and why he killed them. We both ended up getting excited, and then I ended up that Kaido that got angry and decided to leave the house. I tried to stop him, and when I held his arm, Kaido ended up hitting me with a slap that made me hit my head on the wall. And when Kaido did that, he flew out of here. and I don't know where Kaido went or if he'll come back." The woman spoke while holding the ice pack on her head where the wound was. Goku said, "The Kaido who hit you and left you injured?" asked the Saiyan, wanting confirmation from Chi-Chi. Goku was angry and he was trying not to show his anger to his wife. Chi-Chi said, "Yes, Kaido hit me, but it was my fault for trying to stop him." "Kaido is too confused," said the woman, trying to defend her adopted son. But Goku wasn't very interested in hearing Chi-Chi defending Kaido. Goku said, "I'm going to find Kaido and talk about all this with him." The Saiyan spoke in an irritated tone as he left his house. Chi-Chi said, "Goku, I already told you Kaido is confused about everything he's going through right now. Talking to son Kaido angrily won't help anything. You have to understand his side," said the woman, running to her husband, who had a great expression of anger on his face. Goku said, "Kaido was already weird killing those kids, but hurting you is a completely different thing. Kaido is strange and nothing you tell me will make me change my mind. And because of that, I'll go after him myself and see what happens with my son," said the angry Saiyan, leaving his house, and in midair, the Saiyan activated the power of superior instinct and shot in the direction where his son was. On a faraway island. On an island far away from Son Goku's house, it was possible to see Son Kaido sitting at the edge of the mountain, looking at the sea while feeling the wind hitting his wings. But soon the tranquility ended because Goku had landed behind him, making the little Saiyan stand up and look at his father. Kaido said, "You already know, don't you, about everything? Do you know what you're doing here? I want to be alone for a while," said the hybrid while looking at his father. Goku said, "You killed human children for no reason, and that I could even overlook. But why did you hit Chi-Chi?" asked the Saiyan, trying not to show his anger for his son hitting his wife. Kaido said, "Nobody understands me. I'm not a mortal like those who live on this planet. I'm the son of two beings whose powers these worms couldn't understand. So why should I lower myself and act like them? Of these people for what? My mother Vados already told me that in the future I will be the next god of destruction. So why should I act like them? I killed those worms because they bothered me. Worms that don't even know their place should be eliminated for the universe to prosper, and because of that I killed them," said the little Saiyan Son Kaido with anger in his voice as he looked at his father. Goku said, "I already said that I don't care much about their lives, but because you hit Chi-Chi, do you think she's also a worm that doesn't know her place?" The Saiyan spoke with an extremely serious look. Kaido said, "I was angry and wanted to leave that house. She wouldn't let me and I ended up hitting her, and I don't even know why I should feel weird. She's not even my mother," said the Saiyan while looking at his father, who, at that moment, was trying hard not to hit Kaido. Goku said, "The gods of destruction decided that you should die, but I didn't let them. So they let me change your heart and make you a good person, and not an evil person. But if you continue down this path, you will have to be dead, and the one who will have to kill you will be me. Kaido, you have to change your posture or I will be forced to kill you." The Saiyan spoke with a serious tone, and a look to his son, who was in shock when he heard the news. Kaido said, "Kill me. I'm not going to die just because that shitty Beerus and his fellow gods of destruction want it," said the little Saiyan, very irritated with all that. Kaido was so angry that his energy ended up being released, and when Goku realized Kaido had released so much energy full of rage that it made the boy transform into a Super Saiyan for the first time in his life. Kaido, after transforming, advanced against his father, who upon seeing that became more serious and put himself in a combat posture. Kaido, when approaching his father, started with a sequence of punches and kicks, but all of Kaido's blows were defended by Goku. Then the Saiyan Son Goku hit Kaido's stomach, and that caught Kaido's leg and hurled him against a mountain that was destroyed when Kaido slammed his back into it. Goku advanced against Kaido, but when he was going to land a blow on his son, Goku was thrown back, and when the Saiyan noticed, Vados was in front of Kaido. Vados spoke, "Son Goku, don't you dare lift a finger to my son," Vados shouted while looking at the Saiyan Son Goku. In the 7th universe. Currently in the 7th universe, it was possible to see that on a distant island there was Goku, Kaido, and Vados. Kaido was behind his mother, Vados, and Angel, and was looking seriously at Goku, who returned the same serious look at the Angel. Goku said, "Vados, I can explain everything, but not now, so step aside and let me sort out things with Kaido. He didn't want to hear me with words. Maybe using my fists he'll hear me," said the Saiyan while looking at the Angel, who hearing that became more serious. Vados spoke. "I already told you, Son Goku, you will not hurt my son," said the Angel while starting to release her energy, showing that she was serious enough, to the point of wanting to face the oldest Saiyan to defend her son. Kaido said, "You don't have to defend me from him, Mom. I'll do it on my own," said the youngest Saiyan while getting up. Vados said, "You stay quiet, Kaido. We're going to talk seriously when we go to the 6th universe. And you, Son Goku, don't you dare stop me from taking my son to the 6th universe, said the angel, looking at her son and then to the oldest Saiyan, who just sighed. Goku said, all right, you're his mother after all. Maybe you're talking to him. Son Kaido will listen to you. But Son Kaido better improve his behavior while he's with you, because if he hits Chi-Chi again, then yes, we will have a serious conversation, and you won't like it. Vados, said the Saiyan, serious to the angel, who was surprised with what her son had done. Vados said, don't worry, I'll take care of him. And by the way, later I'll come to talk to you on this same island, so be here later, said the angel while looking at the Saiyan, who just nodded. Goku said, right, I'll be here at the confirmed time. Kaido, see you if you fix your actions, or else I'll have to fulfill the agreement I made with the gods of destruction, said the Saiyan while looking at his son Kaido and then at the angel. Kaido spoke, don't think I'm going to die because of the will of those shitty destruction gods, said the boy, irritated with the fact that the gods of destruction want to decide if he lives or dies. Vados said, Kaido, stay close to me. We're going now to the 6th universe, and when we arrive, we'll have a conversation about your actions, said the angel while looking at her son, who just clicked his tongue because of irritation. Kaido then returned to his base form and stood close to his mother, holding her clothes. Then Vados hit his staff twice on the ground, and by doing so, a pillar of energy was formed, and soon she rose to the heavens, going straight to the 6th universe, leaving Son Goku alone in that place. Goku said, Kaido, I hope you change, because I don't want to have to kill my own son. I just hope that Vados fixes you. Now I have to go back and take care of Chi-Chi's wound, said the Saiyan, entering his base form and leaving that place, and going back to his house to take care of his wife. Now in the 6th universe. Currently in the 6th universe, on the planet of the god of destruction, it was possible to see a pillar of light appearing in the center of the planet, and from it came Vados and Kaido, who did not have a very good face. Both entered the residence of the god of destruction, and were in the room that was Kaido's when he was in the 6th universe. Upon entering the room, Kaido sat on the bed, while Vados stood looking at the little Saiyan. Kaido said, are you going to stare at me, or are you going to say something? Are you going to tell me what I did was wrong, to kill those weak humans that were bothering me? Or are you going to lecture me that if I don't stay good, my father will kill me, because the gods of destruction have decided that it should be? Said the nervous Saiyan, while looking at his mother, Angel. Vados spoke. So, Son Goku already told you about the decision of the gods of destruction. Son, even though I'm an angel, I can't go against the gods of destruction, even more so when they made a vote where the gods of destruction won. And with that they decided to kill you, said the angel while looking at the little Saiyan, who ended up staying angrier. Kaido spoke. Who do they think they are to decide if I live or if I die? I bet that damn old dad of mine must have stood there listening to everything in silence, and that it was thanks to you that I'm not dead yet, said the little Saiyan while looking at his mother. Vados spoke. Look at the way you talk about your father, Kaido. Son Goku was looking at everything, but when the decision to kill you was taken, he went ahead and faced Beerus, saying that he would kill you if he was killed first. And his father, along with other Saiyans, Vegeta, fought together against Beerus so you wouldn't die. So you should thank your father. The angel spoke seriously to her son, who ended up giving an ironic smile. Kaido said, look, at least my father didn't let his son be killed easily, but Goku preferred to say it in the face of the gods of destruction, that if I don't behave, I'll have to be killed by him. What a great father I have, said the boy in an ironic tone, looking at his mother, who sighed heavily as she looked at her son, Kaido. Vados said, that was the only option we found for you not to die at that moment, my son. I know you're going through a difficult phase. After all, you're half angel and half Saiyan, a being never seen before in the history of all universes. And being half mortal and half divine is not easy, but I want you to understand what you're going through and see it as training for you to be a god of destruction in the future. Because they have to be impartial and neutral, and the gods of destruction don't go around killing everyone they think is weak, or the people who insulted them. You need to understand that, my son. The angel spoke, kneeling down and getting to the Saiyan's height while looking at her son, who was sitting on his bed. Kaido said, that's right. You don't know how annoying it is to be around those weak humans who think they are as big as the gods, and they don't even know how weak and inferior human beings are compared to the true gods. You don't know how annoying it is hiding my wings so humans don't want to kill me and experiment on my body. So don't say anything about it, Mom. Now leave me alone and go talk to the old man. After all, you must be dying to see him, said the Saiyan, very irritated while looking at his mother. Vados said, okay, I'll let you rest in peace. Sleep well, and please think a little about your actions and what you want for your life in the future, the angel said sadly, leaving her son's room. Hours later in the 7th universe. Currently in the 7th universe on the island where Goku and Kaido had talked in a not very nice way, it was possible to see Goku sitting waiting for Vados to arrive. It didn't take long for the angel to arrive at the place by a pillar of light. Goku said, "Vados, how was the conversation with Kaido?" asked the Saiyan as he got up and looked at the angel. Vados said, "It wasn't as good as yours, but you can imagine. I think I made Kaido think about his actions at least," said the angel while approaching the Saiyan. Vados, when approaching Goku, seeing that the Saiyan was distracted, the angel took courage and pulled Goku for a kiss that surprised the Saiyan, who pushed her lightly to separate them. Goku said, "Vados, you know that I love Chi-Chi and not you, so please stop trying to kiss me and never do that again," said the Saiyan while holding the angel's shoulders, who looked into his eyes. Vados said, "I'm sorry, but looking at you and knowing that I can never be anything more than the mother of one of your children, sometimes it's not enough for me. You know it's really hard to look at Kaido sometimes, because he reminds me of you, and the love that I can never have for myself," the angel said sadly while looking at the Saiyan. Goku said, "I don't like to see you that way, Vados, but I can't keep giving you false hope, and I can't lie to myself or to you, saying that I like you. I do, but not how you would like it to be, and I will never like you that way, Vados," said the Saiyan while looking at the angel, who was sad, but didn't want to show it to the Saiyan. Vados spoke, "I know that, and I thank you for not despising me for liking you," he spoke to the angel while looking at the Saiyan. Goku said, "Right, but now let's put the matter aside and let's talk about what we're going to do with Kaido," said the Saiyan while looking at the angel, who nodded in agreement. In the 6th universe. Currently in the 6th universe on the planet of the God of Destruction, it was possible to see Kaido walking around the planet, trying to clear his mind and thinking about what his mother and father were talking about. But soon the little Saiyan's thoughts changed when he heard a female voice humming something that attracted the Saiyan's curiosity. Kaido spoke, "Whose voice is that? She seems to be too beautiful for a human, and even my mother doesn't have a voice as beautiful as that. Whose voice is that?" asked the Saiyan as he looked around and went to the voice he was hearing. The Saiyan arrived in an open part of the forest and saw a woman on a rock. That woman was responsible for the beautiful voice that the Saiyan was hearing. Kaido said, "Hey, who are you, girl?" asked the half Saiyan while looking at the woman, who soon stopped humming and looked at the Saiyan smiling. The mysterious woman said, "Nice to meet you, son Kaido. My name is Toa," the woman said, giving a beautiful smile at the end, making the Saiyan blush slightly because of the woman's beauty.